This video is for introverts, for the quiet ones, for the ones that love their own space, for the ones that love being alone and don't need people around all the time. A lot of people don't understand introverts, and I think a lot of introverts misunderstand themselves as well. We're not quite sure where we fit in sometimes. If we're too quiet, we get mistaken for being shy, and if we're suddenly very outgoing at one point and then really quiet the next, then people pick up on that and they're like, oh, are you okay? Like, why are you so quiet? We feel like we need to keep up with extroverts and be a louder and more outgoing version of ourselves, and really we don't. The quiet version that we are is us. It's not a version actually, it's just who we are. And a lot of us don't embrace it enough. We don't embrace that being quiet is actually a really big strength. It's not a weakness. It's definitely not a weakness. Being quiet means that you're reflective, that you notice things, that you pick up on people's emotions. And being quiet, in fact, being an introvert just shows how much you can be independent on your own and that you don't rely on other people. Introverts bring so much depth to the world, because imagine if the world was full of extroverts and how loud and chaotic that would be. You know, there's too much going on anyway, so we need quiet people to just calm the atmosphere, calm the space, calm every environment. Even though we call ourselves introverts, we are still completely different from each other. But the nice thing is that being an introvert gives us something to relate to with other people. So a group of introverts can all relate to each other because we know how we work. We know that we need solitude. We know that we need time to recharge. But there is so much more to us than just those things. There is so much more to each individual person. We all have our own hobbies and our own interests. And I think we're just all trying to get through life and trying to work out how to be the happiest. If you feel like you don't understand yourself, that's okay, because you will learn to. You will learn to grow as a person. You will grow in confidence, and you will grow in just realizing that there's no perfect idea of someone. You don't need to be someone that you're not. You will find that you are the person you're meant to be right now, and as you grow and get older, you will change in the best way possible. The more you learn about yourself and the more you really explore who you are, the more connected you'll feel, and the more you'll feel like you can do anything and be whoever you want. But just remember to embrace what truly feels right inside of you. There are so many misconceptions about introverts, that we don't like socializing, that we don't have many friends, and that we just have boring lives. And that's not the case. A lot of us introverts like to socialize, but the thing is we need time to recharge. Know that it's okay if you don't like socializing. There are introverts that love socializing and there are introverts that dread it. Sometimes you could be leaning more to social anxiety, but everyone is different. As an introvert, you have so many strengths, and I want you to realize them. I want you to sit back and think, okay, what do I actually love about myself? What makes me feel good? Because I guarantee there is something that sets you apart from everyone. You might not think it yet, but there is. You don't need to be louder or more outgoing to make an impact or to gain someone's attention. You don't need to be someone that you're not just to prove a point or to meet someone else's expectations of you. What you need to be is yourself, and realize that yourself is enough. Know that there is a whole community of introverts out there. So you're not the only one. You're not alone. And even if you feel alone, you definitely aren't. If you ever want to reach out, there's the comments below. And just know that there is so much, I don't know where I'm going with this, but just know that being an introvert isn't a bad thing. There is nothing wrong with being an introvert, and you don't need to change who you are. When I was younger, I thought being an introvert was a weakness. But now that I'm older and wiser, I know that there is nothing wrong with being an introvert. And there is nothing wrong with being a quiet person. We're quiet people that want quiet lives. There's nothing wrong with that. Trust me, the more you embrace your quiet nature, the more you will learn not to care. You won't care about other people. You'll be focusing on yourself, because that's what matters. It can be hard to block out the outside noise, yes I know, but it's something that you learn in time. Sometimes it just clicks. There are ways that you can do it, but what I found is that I just went, right, I really couldn't care anymore. There is too much going on in my life and there are too many things that I want, so I'm not going to let other people influence me or who I am. Be proud of who you are. Thank you so much for watching, and always be your wonderful introverted self.